It's your girl Angelique Michelle, and I am back with another Project Inspire Positivity video. This week for our 2017 summer reset, we are going to be studying Equipping 101 by John C. Maxwell. Equipping 101 plays a lot off of what we just did, which is Teamwork 101. So equipping is essentially equipping yourself by equipping your team and making leaders out of your team and surrounding yourself with people who are going to help elevate you up. And so a lot of what Equipping 101 does is it touches and goes more in depth on what we worked on in Teamwork 101. So let's get started. Equipping 101, Equipping for Success, Part 1. Why do I need to equip others? One is too small a number to achieve greatness. So how can I adopt a team mindset? Investing in a team almost guarantees a high return for the effort because a team can do so much more than individuals. My team makes me better than I am. My team multiplies my value to others. My team enables me to do what I do best. My team gives me more time. My team represents me where I cannot go. My team provides community for our enjoyment. My team fulfills the desires of my heart. Part 2, Equipping the Right People. Whom should I equip? Those closest to the leader will determine the success level of that leader. If you oversee people and you wish to develop leaders, you are responsible to 1, appreciate them for who they are, 2, believe that they will do their very best, 3, praise their accomplishments, and 4, accept your personal responsibility to them as their leader. Bear Bryant said, "If anything goes bad, I did it. If anything goes semi-good, then we did it. If anything goes real good, they did it." If you really want to become a successful leader, you must develop and equip other leaders around you. An organization's growth potential is directly related to its personnel potential. So grow a leader, grow the organization. Everything rises and falls on leadership. So we have to take a look at the differences between the two views of leadership. Winning by competitiveness, winning by cooperation. Look at others as enemies, look at others as friends. Concentrate on yourself, concentrate on others. Be suspicious of others, become supportive of others. Win only if you are good, win if you or others are good. Winning determined by your skills, winning determined by the skills of many. Small victory, large victory. Some joy, much joy. There are winners and losers. There are only winners. Peter Drucker said, "No executive has ever suffered because his people were strong and effective." Leaders attract potential leaders. Equipped leaders expand and enhance the future of the organization. Most people produce only when they feel like it. Leaders produce even when they don't feel like it. Maxwell said that. The more people you lead, the more leaders you need. Zig Ziglar says, "Success is the maximum utilization of the ability that you have." And Andrew Carnegie said, "I wish to have as my epitaph, here lies a man who was wise enough to bring into his service men who knew more than he." What does a potential leader look like? Great leaders seek out and find potential leaders, then transform them into good leaders. So, we have to select the right players. How do we do this? Well, there are the 5 A's. We have the assessment of needs, what is needed, assets on hand, who in the organization is available, ability of candidates, who is able, attitude of candidates, who is willing, accomplishment of candidates, who gets things done. So, there are qualities to look for in a leader. Character. Some of the qualities that make a good character include honesty, integrity, self-discipline, teachability, dependability, perseverance, and a strong work ethic. So, warning signs to watch for include a person's failure to take responsibility for his actions or circumstances, unfulfilled promises or obligations, and failure to meet deadlines. 2. Influence. Leadership is influence. When looking at a potential leader's influence, examine the following. What is the leader's level of influence? Who influences the leader? And whom does he influence? 3. A positive attitude. A positive attitude is one of the most valuable assets a person can have in life. So, think of the attitude like this. It is in the advanced man of our true selves. Its roots are inward, but its fruit is outward. It is our best friend or our worst enemy. It is more honest and more consistent than our words. It is an outward look based on past experiences. It is a thing which draws people to us or repels them. It is never content until it is expressed. It is the librarian of our past. It is the speaker of our present. It is the prophet of our future. 4. Excellent people skills. A leader without people skills soon has no followers. 5. Evident gifts. Every person God creates has a gift. So, John Maxwell has the wannabe leader, and there are 4 types of wannabes. Never be. Some people simply lack the ability to do a particular job. They simply are not gifted for the particular task at hand. A never be who is directed into an area where he is not gifted becomes frustrated, often blames others for his lack of success, and eventually burns out. Redirected, he has a chance of reaching his potential. Could be. A could be is a person with the right gifts and abilities but lacking self-discipline. She may even be a person with superstar abilities who just can't get herself to perform. This person needs to develop the self-discipline to just do it. Should be. A should be is someone with raw talent, gifts, but few skills for harnessing that ability. He needs training. Once he is given help in developing those skills, he will begin to become the person he was created to be. Must be. The only thing a must be lacks is opportunity. She has the right gifts, the right skills, and the right attitude. She has the drive to be the person she was created to be. It is up to you to be the leader who gives her that opportunity. If you don't, she will find someone else who will. 6. Proven track record. Archibald MacLeish once said, "There is only one thing more painful than learning from experience, and that is not learning from experience." 7. Confidence. Confidence is characteristics of a positive attitude. Confidence empowers. 8. Self-discipline. Great leaders always have self-discipline without exception. Dwight D. Eisenhower said, "There are no victories at bargain prices." E. James Ron said that the pain of discipline weighs ounces, regret weighs tons. 9. Effective communication skills. Communication is positive interaction. So, you have to look at a potential leader's communication skills. They need to have a genuine concern for the person he's talking to, the ability to focus on the responder, the ability to communicate with all kinds of people, eye contact with the person he's speaking to, a warm smile. 10. Discontent with the status quo. Donna Harrison states that great leaders are never satisfied with the current levels of performance. They constantly strive for higher and higher levels of achievement. So what does it take to equip a leader? Equipping, like nurturing, is an ongoing process. The equipper is a model, a leader who does the job, does it well, does it right, and does it with consistency. The equipper is a mentor, an advisor who has the vision of the organization and can communicate it to others. He or she has experience to draw upon. The equipper is an empowerer, one who can instill the potential leader the desire and ability to do the work. He or she is able to lead, teach, and assess the progress of the person being equipped. So you have to develop a personal relationship with the people you equip. All good mentoring relationships begin with personal relationships. You then have to share your dream. Woodrow Wilson said, "We grow by dreams. All big individuals are dreamers." So, does the person make the dream, or does the dream make the person? Florence Littiger suggests that we must dare to dream. Have the desire to do something bigger than yourself. Prepare the dream. Do your homework. Be ready when the opportunity comes. Wear the dream. Do it. Share the dream. Make others a part of the dream, and it will become even greater than you had hoped. We then have to ask for commitment. Ken Blanchard says there is a difference between interest and commitment. When you are interested in doing something, you do it only when it's convenient. When you are committed to something, you accept no excuses. So don't equip people who are merely interested. Equip the ones who are committed. Then we must set goals for growth. Chet Helmstetter said, "It is the goal that shapes the plan. It is the plan that sets the action. It is the action that achieves the result. And it is the result that brings the success." And it all begins with the simple word, goal. So, we have to make goals appropriate, make the goals attainable, make the goals measurable, clearly state the goal, make the goal a required stretch. The leader must know his people well enough to identify attainable goals that require a stretch, and put the goals in writing. We then have to communicate the fundamentals. Peter Drucker says that one of the critical problems in the workplace today is that there is a lack of understanding between the employer and employee as to what the employee is to do. Then we have to perform the 5-step process of training people. So, step 1, we must be a model. This process begins with us doing the task while the people being trained watch. Step 2, we must mentor. During this step, we continue to perform the task, but this time the person training comes alongside and assists in the process. Step 3, we monitor. We exchange places with the trainee this time. The trainee performs the task and we assist and correct. Step 4, we motivate. We take ourselves out of the task and let the trainee do it. And we make sure they know how to do it without help, and we encourage and motivate them so they will continue to improve. In step 5, we multiply. This is when the new leaders who know how to do the job train others and teach them how to do it. Then we give the big 3. George S. Patton said, never tell people how to do things. Tell them what to do and they will surprise you with their ingenuity. You can't turn people loose without structure, but you also want to give them enough freedom to be creative. The way to do that is to give them the big 3. Responsibility, authority, and accountability. So, there are different levels of authority. Position. The most basic kind of authority comes from a person's position on the organizational chart. This type of authority does not extend beyond the parameters of the job description. Competence. This type of authority is based on a person's professional capabilities, the ability to do a job. Personality. Followers will give the authority to people based on their personal characteristics, such as personality, appearance, and charisma. Integrity. Authority based on integrity comes from a person's core. It is based on character. Spirituality. In secular circles, people rarely consider the power of spiritual-based authority. It comes from people's individual experiences with God and His power working through them. It is the highest form of authority. Then we have to give them the tools they need. Abraham Maslow said, if the only tool you have is a hammer, you tend to see every problem as a nail. Then we have to check on them systematically. And how often we do this is determined by a number of factors. The importance of the task, the demands of the work, the newness of the work, the newness of the worker, and the responsibility of the worker. Usually poor performance is a result of one of the following 3 things: a mismatch between the job and the person, inadequate training or leadership, or deficiencies in the person's performing the task. Then we have to conduct periodic equipping meetings. And in these meetings, we must have good news, vision, content, administration, and empowerment. Part 3, equipping for the next level. So how can a leader inspire others to excel? Adding value is really the essence of equipping others. So we have to become enlargers. Team members always love and admire a player who is able to help them go to another level, someone who enlarges them and empowers them to be successful. Enlargers value their team members. Charles Schwab said, I have yet to find the man, however exalted his station, who did not do better work and put forth greater effort under a spirit of approval than under a spirit of criticism. They value what their team members value. They add value to their team members. They make themselves more valuable. And so how do we become an enlarger? We have to believe in others before they believe in us, serve others before they serve us, and add values to others before they add value to us. A basic truth of life is that people will always move towards anyone who increases them and away from others who devalue them. So how can I help others fulfill their potential? Having the right people in the right places is essential to individual and team success. So, a team's dynamic changes according to the placement of people. The wrong person in the wrong place equals regression. The wrong person in the right place equals frustration. The right person in the wrong place equals confusion. The right person in the right place equals progression. And the right people in the right places equal multiplication. So we have to put people in their correct places. Vince Lombardi said the achievements of the organization are the results of the combined effort of each individual. So we have to know the team. We cannot build a team or organization if you don't know its vision, purpose, culture, or history. We have to know the situation. Even though the vision or purpose of the organization may be fairly constant, its situation changes constantly. And we have to know the player. I can do what you can't do, and you can do what I can't do. Together, we can do great things. Mother Teresa said that. So we have to start by finding the right place for ourselves. We have to be secure. Wayne Smith said, no amount of personal competency compensates for personal insecurity. We have to get to know ourselves. We won't be able to find our niche if we don't know our strengths and our weaknesses. We have to trust our leader. A good leader will help us start moving in the right direction. We have to see the big picture because our place on the team only makes sense in the context of the big picture. And we have to rely on our experience. When it comes down to it, the only way to know that we've discovered our niche is to try what seems right and learn from our failures and our successes. When we discover our place, we will say, there is no place quite like this place, anywhere near this place, so this must be the place. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for joining us this week for Equipping 101. I hope you see how each book is steadily building on top of each other. Remember to always inspire some positivity to you guys, and I hope to see you in our next video. Bye.